MCU fans had better draw back their bows, because Jeremy Renner is more than ready to suit up for a Hawkeye solo movie, playing Clint Barton since an uncredited cameo in 2011's Thor. Renner has continued to be a staple of the Avengers lineup and is set to continue this in both Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers 4. With rumors of a possible Ronin transformation, Hawkeye has some of the biggest potential moving past the tumble with Thanos and into Phase 4. However, while the MCU maps out the next decade of movies, Renner's urging the House of Mouse to move sooner rather than later. Speaking to the South China Morning Post, the 46-year-old argued that he doesn't want to be putting his hip out of place when tackling Hydra agents in the future. "It would be a wonderful thing, just don't wait too long. I don't want to be in my 50s in tights." Considering that Robert Downey Jr. is already in his 50s and doesn't seem too bothered, is Renner just trying to stir the pot before everyone loses interest in his character? Infinity War is already set to do wondrous things with Hawkeye, but this clearly isn't enough for Renner. Talks of a Hawkeye spin-off have been mulled over for years, with Marvel fans undecided if the sharpshooting marksman has enough of a backstory to carry a full movie on his own. Now, with the addition of thousands of new characters and teams like the X-Men and Fantastic Four, there is an obvious worry that Barton would slip further down the ranks of the MCU's priority list. Also, with Renner being largely sidelined in the big movies thanks to Loki's scepter or Family Matters, he is easily one of the characters that audiences have had the least time, or inclination, to connect with. A Hawkeye movie would obviously solve this problem, but it is hard to imagine Renner heading to the archery range without some of the other Avengers in tow. Equally popular in talks for her own outing is Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, so perhaps the two could pair up for a bromance superhero movie? Even if Hawkeye in tights isn't an option, we don't see Renner passing the half-century mark and suddenly throwing down his arrows for good. His contract with Disney is a lucrative one, and as well as appearing in 6 movies by the time Phase 4 ramps, it also already includes the option for any potential Hawkeye spin-off. What is key to note here is the word potential. If, and when, Marvel decides to put a Hawkeye solo on the cards, it ultimately won't be his decision. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy the ride. The world of Marvel's heroes and villains is set to get a whole lot bigger. Source: South China Morning.